Hi everyone. This is going to be only like a slideshow. I'm going to show you the details. So yesterday I was shopping for a side stand and I accidentally stumbled upon this Rieju Aventura 500. I've seen this bike before, but seeing it in person, it's beautiful. And yes, it's Chinese. So if you don't like that, don't watch it. But I looked at it from every side. The details are there. So while Honda was sitting in endless meetings whether or not to rename the Honda CB500X to NX500, which they did, and basically they just changed the fairings again. That's it, no innovation. And they think they are gonna get away with it. No, the Chinese are overtaking. This is a great bike, and the engine, why I mentioned the Honda CB500X, because it's almost the same engine. It's a direct competitor. It's a two-cylinder parallel, and the bore and stroke are almost identical. The Aventura 500 has a 2 mm longer stroke, so maybe a little bit more torque. And yeah, it's more for off-road, but obviously who is gonna take a 200 plus kilo bike off-road? Many will try, and yeah, they will struggle, but yeah, most of them are going to buy this for the hardcore looks, and they take it on-road only. Whatever, it's gonna work great on-road, I think. And yeah, I only found two suboptimal details, but I think the rest of it compensates for it. What you don't see is it has lithium power banks. It has very beefy axles. Clutch is feather light. And I was concerned about the CST tires, but one of the new owners of this bike took this for a ride in the rain and he said they grip very well in wet conditions. Handguards are beefy as fuck. These ones are, I think, stronger than anything I've seen for off-road. The exhaust obviously is not only stainless steel, it actually looks better. It's not that shiny simple stainless steel, but it's this inox style, so it's very nice too. The plastics have these carbon stripes, so they look good too. The tires are tubeless, spoked wheels obviously. The dashboard is this split dashboard which you can use for navigation. You can connect your phone to it, and they claim it has some anti-vibration properties. The rear shock is something. So it's the springs are beefy, and the ProLink bit at the bottom, so that triangle shaped metal, which is, I think it's a CNC machined aluminum, is beefy too. It's very beefy, so like a motocross enduro bike, and it looks good too. So they machined some pattern in it, so that's nice. The skid plate is like, I think it's like 3 mm thick. It's aluminum, so again very beefy. The crash bars are mounted very strongly, so multiple points also to the engine to one point, but at the bottom as well to the frame, and at the top to the below the lamp. I don't know how you call that part of the bike, like the tower, I guess. So that's important, so you don't get this extra vibration from there. Pedals are pivot pedals, the foot pegs, sorry, and the shift pedal is folding, and the brake pedal has this interchangeable footrest on it. So everything for the off-road. And I haven't checked it, but it's supposed to have steering damper. Okay, so now the negatives. It's a bit underpowered, I think. So it's the drive weight of this bike with all the protection is 190 and 190 kilos. So by the way, the similar number, the suspension travels front and back are also 190, and everything is adjustable. 190 millimeters, which is good. So the weight is 190 and the power is Well, the Honda has 40 horsepower and CB500X, it's a dyno value. So at the rear wheel it has 40 horsepower. So this should be similar. Oh, by the way, the price I mentioned, it's a hair more expensive than the Honda CB500X, but this is the introductory price, which is a hair more than the Honda. So it's interesting. The direct competitor is which is Japanese. It's a bit cheaper, but yeah, it's not a direct competitor, you could argue, because it's more off-road worthy. But yeah, so I think it's a milestone in the development of the Chinese motorcycle manufacturing, that this is very expensive. And this is, if they change it to the full price, it's going to be more expensive. Yeah, the two glitches. So the braking system, obviously ABS braking system, is brand unknown to me. I think it's some Chinese brand. That's spelled STLC. I have no idea, never heard of them. And we don't know about the software. So I like to read at least a Nissin or Brembo on the brakes, and the Bosch for the software. But I think the Chinese are there already with the brakes too, although the CF Moto uses that Spanish or Portuguese brand, and there are a few videos online that there are issues with them. So that's not Chinese, granted, it's some Portuguese or Spanish brand, but I think it's produced in China too. However, Brembo and Nissin, now I don't know about Nissin, but Brembo is partly produced in China too, at least the motorcycle brakes. So that's that. And then there is the other issue which I found, that wheelbase is a little short. By the way, the seat height is okay. So I'm 185, and my upper leg was not horizontal, but angling down. So my knee was angling down towards the ground. So it was a slope, because the foot peg, the relation foot peg to the seat is good, is long enough, even for my 185 centimeters. And so it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be very comfortable for people like 175 centimeters. That's good, but the bike is short. So my Versys X300 is 1 centimeter longer. Oh, by the way, the rear wheel is 18, so not 17, which is usual nowadays. Even the Suzuki V-Strom 1050 has 17-inch rear wheel. So, all right, I think I have talked enough, and I hope you liked it, although the video is not very exciting. On the pegs, out.